this summer. Maybe I'll turn this into a seasonal thing. Maybe not, though, because every time I say that, I fail epically at creating videos, so I'm better at doing spontaneous concept videos. The first book that I want to talk about that I read is this, it's kind of like an action thriller. You have to be able to suspend your disbelief and go along with the action plot of this. All I keep seeing in my head is like the movie Taken. Like, you know how that's not. Ouch.
You got something on your face.
Ow.
Maybe it's pea skin. Sorry. Go on. It's like Taken.
Like, you know how that movie's not like believable and you don't really look too close into details or else it doesn't really hold together. But that's what you have to do with this book. But I had a good time. It was fun. It was a hee-hee. It was a giggle. It's about this professor of archaeology, I think. You'll have to read the back of the book and see what his name is, because I don't know the details.
Dr. Brant Savage is a sabbatical from the University of Chicago.
Which means he's on, like, break. But they don't fire you, so you're just, like, on leave.
Instead of doing solo fieldwork in anthropology, the gawky, bespectacled PhD finds himself enrolled in a school where he is the sole pupil. His professor, Mead, is demanding. She's also his captor. Savage emerges from their intensive training sessions physically and mentally transformed, but with no idea why he's been chosen or how he'll use his fearsome abilities. Then his first mission with Mead shows Savage how deeply entwined their two lives have been. To prevent a new class of killers from escaping this harsh place where their ancestors first fought to make a better world, they must pledge anew, do right to all and wrong to no one.
It was like an action movie, like, hero book. I don't remember what did it say the professor was a professor in?
It says Dr. Brant Savage is on sabbatical from the University of Chicago instead of doing solo fieldwork in anthropology.
And I don't remember what
he enrolled himself in a school where he is the sole pupil.
No, he didn't enroll himself. He was kidnapped. Oh. And that's where the story starts. And you just have to hang on for the ride and the disbelief and the Superman-ness of it all. But it was a good time. I had a really good time reading that book. And it reminded me of, like, Mr. Nobody and, like, Taken and stuff. Have you ever seen the Mr. Nobody movie?
Mm-mm.
It was on Netflix a while ago.
I've seen the Taken movies, all of them.
And the Taken movies were so good.
I love Liam Neeson. He's a good actor.
This next one is a totally different vibe.
It's backwards.
It's about this woman who learned shortly after her parents pass away that she's adopted, and she goes in search of her family. And I'm trying to remember. I read this at the beginning of last month, and it's not that memorable of a book. Memorable. Yeah. What you said.
I got one right. She always helps me with the words, but that's okay. You want me to read it?
Yes.
Jamie Valentine is the wildly successful author of self-help books that advocate transparency in every relationship. But when her widowed mother passes away unexpectedly, Jamie discovers her own life has been based on a lie. Angry and deeply betrayed, she sets out to find the truth, which may be in a small town on the Chesapeake Bay. Chesapeake Bay, cutting her most recent book tour short. Jamie books a room at the inn at Sinclair's Point, just outside St. Denis. The death of Daniel Sinclair's father forced him to take over the family inn, and his wife's death left him a single parent of 2 children. So there's little room for anything else in his life. His lovely new guest is intriguing though, and he's curious about the secret she's clearly hiding. But in the end, Jamie and Dan could discover the greatest truth of all, that the search for one thing just might lead to the find of a lifetime, if you keep your heart open.
So it's kind of a love story mystery. I don't know. It was alright. It wasn't like the best thing I'd ever read in my life, but it passed part of the time, and it was a good break between books. Because I find if I read too many like of the action thrillery books all at the same time, like they get kind of boring. So I try to put different books in between. This next one is
The President's Missing.
by James Patterson and Bill Clinton, which basically means James Patterson came up with the outline and Bill Clinton kind of filled in the details, I think. Whoa, it's gonna fall.
There we go.
But yeah, it's a suspense book about a president who faces a threat from an anonymous source, but I don't think it's really anonymous. But I'm gonna have her read the back of the book.
Well, there's not much on the back. It just says the
Or
president.
maybe inside the flap or something.
No.
Maybe you can look on your phone for some praise, but it's about this president that faces a threat in his administration. It kind of reminded me of this show. What was that show with I have to think. It was very popular on Netflix for a while.
Explain it.
It had that man. It was about the White House.
Oh, I don't know.
And it was like a political thriller.
Oh, I don't know. Okay, I can read you the description.
Okay.
The President is Missing is a 2018 political thriller novel co-authored by former President Bill Clinton and best-selling author James Patterson, featuring a fictional U.S. president who disappears while facing a massive cyber terrorist threat and a potential traitor in his cabinet.
It was a cyber terrorist threat. I forgot what it was.
Blending insider knowledge with Patterson's suspenseful storytelling. The plot follows President Jonathan Lincoln Duncan over 3 days as he navigates espionage, a potential assassination attempt, and a crisis that threatens national security, all while becoming a suspect himself.
It was really good, though. Like, it's not the best thing I've ever read or a classic, but it held my attention, and it was a good thriller to, like, pass the time, and I like short chapters because it just keeps the story moving right along. So if you like legal thrillers, that was a pretty good one. And then next, it's a book called
Book Lovers.
Book Lovers. I love the banter in this book. It's about this. Is her name Nina or something?
Nora,
who goes on vacation with her sister, who's pregnant, as like the sister's baby moon, which is like a vacation you take just before the baby's born, and like, but she wants to do like one more sister trip before she has to be. I think she calls herself a milking cow in the story, and the sister's like is obsessed with like Hallmark movies, and it's just kind of funny because it's like all this mishaps, and they try to complete this list of like things that they have to find, like they have to save a local business, and they have to help a stranger, and there's a whole list of things, and the sister tries really hard to make Nora like go on a date and do things, but the sister's very like no nonsense and straight laced, and it was a good time. I enjoyed the banter. I'm not the biggest romance reader, but I like I almost said Nora Roberts books, but it's not Nora Roberts. Who the heck?
Emily Henry.
Emily Henry's books. Yeah, it was a fun one to read, and it was very nice to receive this in the mail. I'm glad I'm finally getting through my TBR. Now this next one, the cover looks so intriguing on this copy, and then when I went to find it online, there's just some chairs, which if anybody can explain to me this cover of this book and why it has toppling chairs, like maybe I'm missing something on the audiobook, because it's the same audiobook but has chairs on it, and I don't understand. But anyway, it's about this family that goes through a trauma, and then like the sisters come together, and it's kind of about a dark secret, but not really, because like there really isn't any secret that gets discussed or devolved. But the most interesting part of this book, I think, which was not really supposed to be the most interesting part of the book at all, was that the sister has one of the sisters. It's about a family group coming together and resolving their past issues, but the sister draws like dead mammals from the sea for a living, and the other sister is what do they call it? Like, she cremates people, and that's her job. So there was lots of descriptions of those things in the book, which I thought was very interesting, but the overall plot of the story didn't really hold my attention. But I guess it was worth a read. I'm glad because I purchased it with my Pango dollars, and it was alright. It was, yeah. I was expecting more action and less of more of a thing with the family drama, but there really was only one moment of like slight tension, and then she just kicks a goober of a boyfriend out, and it was like that was done. But it was built up in the book like it's going to be really something, but it really wasn't anything, and I was just kind of annoyed by it. But if you like general like women's literature, this kind of reminds me of early 2000s. When was this published? Does it say in there? Like on that one, on the copyright page?
Should say it. Copyright at 2022.
Oh, that's later than I thought. I thought it'd be like early 2000s, because it's kind of written in the same vein as like Devil Wears Prada and like those kind of things. I thought the chapter headings was cool. The way it's like written out. I don't know. That's just what I thought anyway. And that's what I've been reading this summer. Hopefully I'll get to some more. I always have plans to get to more, but whether I actually do or not is another story. And then I can come back to you guys and talk to you about some more. Hopefully you're having a good day, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, you are enough.
Like and subscribe.